Let's call the February 15th, 2024 meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Mr. Cullen?
Here.
Ms. Curran?
Here.
Mr. D'Angelo?
Here.
Mr. Poliaco?
Here.
Mr. Parolo?
Mr. Parolo is excused.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Stiltner?
Here.
Ms. Paglione?
Here.
And Mr. Chicoletti?
Here. Mr. Solicitor?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Executive session started tonight at 6:15. All board members present at this meeting were present at the executive session along with Dr. Davis and myself, and for a time, Mr. Gatto and Mr. Nastasi. Various items were discussed, including personnel, confidential information, general information, contracts, and collective bargaining, and that executive session concluded just before this meeting started. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Trulo.
You're welcome.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Mr. D'Angelo, do I have a second? Mrs. Paglione? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstention? Motion carries. Reports.
Yes, Mr. Chicoletti, the schools closed on Monday, the 19th, in honor of President's Day. On Tuesday, teachers have a professional development day that will encompass the following. From 8:30 to 10, we have, the staff will be presented with a trauma coordinator from the St. Mary's Hospital, Crystal Tingle, whereby, and we deal with the I don't have my notes here. No, when I come to the bleed, because I want everybody to understand that, what they're going to learn is the 3 techniques to save a life before someone bleeds out. 1, how to use your hands to apply pressure to a wound. 2, how to pack a wound to control bleeding. And 3, how to correctly apply a tourniquet. Following that presentation, we will hand it over to the entire district staff under our law enforcement, under the guidance of our police chief, Moore, and other law officials from other areas that would discuss and update on all the active shooting drills internally and externally. And also at the end of the meeting, when we get to the discussion items, I'm going to allow Mr. McHugh, excuse my mentalness, to address the grants that has been presented and written through him with the support of the administrative staff. That's it, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.
Long day.
Really? Okay. Ms. Balser?
Hi. So I'm going to give an update on our federal programs, which are Title I and Title IV, Outrageous, Gifted, and Enrichment in STEM. Our Title IV funds continue to support our STEM program. Last month, Mr. Crossan attended the CAC meeting. He presented an update on the grant and the grant he was awarded through the CAC. One of the participants was Solvay Chemicals. They were very impressed by his presentation and everything he's been doing in the class, that they sent him an email later on asking if they would like to partner with our STEM program in commissioning a corporate branded promotional item to launch their new name and logo. So that's pretty impressive. The Gifted and Enrichment and Outrageous programs, the Gifted and Enrichment students are studying Native American history and will be performing skits in the upcoming weeks. And our Q2 Outrageous Showcase for grades 1, 2, and 3 was a large success. We had many families attend the performance. Our Title I PAC event, the Daughters Dance, is scheduled for February 23rd at 6 o'clock, and currently we have 115 students signed up and many staff members volunteering to help.
Thank you, Ms. Balser. You're doing a good job. Keep the good work up.
Thank you.
Mr. Nastasi?
Yes. Our federal funding update. So Title I is for our middle school math. We just finished our second data point using our fast bridge model, and we are currently analyzing progress within our 7th and 8th grade as a whole. We have, some students groups have moved upward, on the upward plane, which was very nice. But now we will continue to meet every 2 weeks to look at that. Next week, I will bring in Dr. Smith to look at that data and how to analyze it maybe a little deeper. Title IV, our STEM, they're continuing to work on their individual projects. We're actually thinking about maybe taking the IU up and going to see their STEM lab. We threw that idea out there. I know Ms. Nicholas is happy to hear about that. Just to see what the students can do and how they can express themselves in a different way using different tools and materials. So we want to give our students that opportunity. Next, this week we concluded our formal wear program from the Grundy Library. So a bunch of our students helped Grundy Library move a ton of formal wear to our auditorium, where our students got to pick dresses, suits, shoes, accessories, jewelry for our winter ball dance and also for upcoming prom. Very successful. Last year, I think we had about 26 students use it. This year, probably about 15 or 16. So it was really nice to see our students use that. Next, we have 18 eligible National Honor Society's members this year. All juniors. Applications are due tomorrow. I think we have 17 out of 18 applications so far. And we'll conclude with that with a ceremony, I believe, in April. Mrs. Connor and I went over all of our senior scheduling. We have 77 seniors this year. We went over their schedules for finals and graduations already. We have that in stone. They will be getting printouts and notifications of all the dates and all the timelines. So we are well ahead of where we were last year. Final schedules will be complete for 7th through 11th grade this week. We won't put that out yet, but we just like to work, a little ahead and get things done before our state testings. We're working on the Keystone Pathways for our seniors who didn't pass the test, and I'll go over one of our pathways that our seniors can check off a box by completing one of the pathways for our Keystone testing. Our new curriculum that we wrote this summer will be posted by next week on our school-wide, on our website, bbs.org, for reference for everybody. Our CDT testing for Keystone Algebra, Biology, Literature will be finished on 2/21. Then I'll sit down with each individual teacher and go over the first data point and the second data point and look at some trends on some specific skills we need to work on. I already sat down with each individual teacher from the first testing day we had. So the buy-in was really good. That's the feedback I can give you guys. Our COPE program, which is Creating Opportunities for Personal Empowerment program for the 8th grade, has begun. We're looking to expand to 7th grade next year. They meet 1 day a week for an hour. Our Unified Bocce qualified for districts. Districts will take place at Pembridge High School on 2/28. There's 4 teams. 2 teams make the state finals. I know we have to win our first match. If we win our first match, we're in. If we don't, we're out. So we're hoping to win our first match. I'd like to reiterate what Dr. Davis said, that the 19th school is closed and the 20th is our teacher in service. To add on the teacher in service, after we have stopped the bleed for an hour and a half, and then we have all the police officers coming in for their presentation. And then in the afternoon, Dr. Schaefer and I are meeting with everybody in our school and our staff to see how we can better promote our fire academy. So we're looking at ways internally to improve those numbers in those classes. Next, I'd like to thank Paul Brianna for ordering and staying on the light board for the play in the auditorium. I think that was well needed. It's going to make such a difference in all the kids, and I know Danny's fired up. So Anything to make them happy works for me. Last, I would like to say, so we've been, one of the pathways for Keystones, if you didn't pass the Keystone test, is to apply to a two-year college. We've had such a good relationship with Bucks County Community College with our dual enrollment classes and them coming in and helping our students to enroll, helping the parents with FAFSA. So they actually, this week, they made a flyer, which I brought in to show you guys, you pass it around, but just for us, has our own QR code, it has our letters in red in there. So they're going to be coming in on March 7th for anybody who wants to apply to Bucks. We have a list from what we went through with our seniors 3 or 4 times about a plan, and we'll also be signing up our juniors for the dual enrollment classes next year. So I thought it was pretty cool to see our emblem and have our own QR code, through Bucks County Community College. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Mr. Nastasi. Keep the good work.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You say that you went over for the seniors, for the scheduling and the finals. Do you have a number of how many that are in trouble?
Yes. Yes. So that was part of our discussion. I do it every year. So we had 9. We have 9. But out of those 9, 7 are right within a point or 2 for passing a major class that they need. There is 2 that I'm worried about. So, but we are a lot less this year than we were last year. So we've had those conversations already. I feel we're all going to make it. That's the attitude that we have, and it's been pretty positive with the kids.
Has the parents been informed?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Parents were informed. Letters went out. Everything.
Are you getting positive feedback from them as well?
Not much, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Brianna. I'm sorry.
Sorry, for the 2 that are struggling, are they taking it positively? Are they taking the extra steps needed, or are they?
I think we both are. They are and we are. So
Okay.
it's just like, we don't want anybody to give up ever. A lot of kids on that list are kids that work. They have to work.
Right.
Yeah,
So, there's always the backstories, right? But we try to help them within the best we can.
If there's anything that I or Brianna or anybody else here on the board can help, let me know, please.
Absolutely. But I feel we're in a better spot, but I don't want to lose any. 2,
Right.
1,
Yeah, no.
0. I want to lose 0.
Totally agree with you. You know me.
Absolutely.
So 0, but, I feel that we are in a better place this year than we were in the past 2. Just number-wise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Any other questions? Okay, so let's move on to the comprehensive plan, special education plan. We have to mention that. Dr. Davis?
Yes, that's been handled.
Okay, public participation, doesn't look like anyone's here. So let's go on to the agenda items, routine monthly business.
Okay, Mr. President, item 6. Item A, approve the minutes of January 18th, 2024 board meeting. Item B, approve the list of bills for February 2024. And item C, approve the treasurer's report for January 2024.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. New business.
Okay, item 7, new business, item A. Approve the 2024-2025 Bucks County Intermediate Unit Programs and Services and Instructional Materials and Research budget in the amount of $13,734, an increase year over year of $142, and that is attached to our addendum.
Second.
Mrs. Pat, good job. That's really
I
not
just
a
want
lot
to make a
for-
quick comment, just so the board's aware. This budget supports the operation of the Programs and Services Division of the Bucks County Intermediate Unit, which provides direct curriculum, instruction, assessment, staff development, comprehensive planning, school improvement, instructional materials, research, and instructional technology services to the Bucks County School Districts.
Thank you, Mr. McHugh. Okay, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Personnel.
Item 8, Under Personnel, item A, accept the resignation of Ted Moore, boys basketball coach, effective immediately.
I have a
Second.
second, Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item B.
Item B, Mr. President, I motion to approve the hire of the following substitute at the rate of $150 per diem, no benefits, effective the 2024-2025 school year. Brian Herman.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione, second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Okay, information items. The next board...
Public participation.
Oh, public participation. Thank you, Mr. D'Angelo. No one from the public. Information and discussion. The next board meeting is scheduled for March 7, 2024. I believe we're going to have Mr. McHugh go over the budget for us. So I know you have all your documents. You've had those.
Yep,
Okay, so you're ready to go. I know you're ready.
yep.
Okay, so you have any comments? Good?
I'll talk about the grants.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, go
So,
ahead. You take that.
So items 1, 2, and 3, the school district meritorious grant, the school mental health grant, and the competitive school safety grant, those are all due by February 29th. The school district meritorious grant has been submitted and accepted by the state. This is for $35,000 for the period from January 1st, 2024 to 12/31/2025, and this allows us to have a school district police officer in the school, and that's for $35,000. So that's done, taken care of, approved. Second grant is for the school mental health. It's been submitted and accepted again by the state. This is awarded $116,394 for a period of January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2025. In this, me and Ms. Bowser had talked, the Peace Center was to come in and assist students. That's $51,740, and the other part of this for us to contract with Therapy Source for a behavioralist, and that's the other $64,654. The competitive school safety grant, that's been submitted. It's a competitive grant. It'll be awarded in April. This is, we submitted $123,072 for another school police officer to come in. The grant award would be from May 1st, 2024, and it's over 2 years.
Total, Mr. McHugh?
Yes.
No, I mean...
Oh, $250,000?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you. Doc? Great. Good work.
Chris, I just have one question.
Yes.
I was at they had the legislators up at the IU for a breakfast, and they were talking. And one of the things that they said was, when we were asking them about the fair funding, and that's still being worked on, but one of the things that they said was above and beyond the budget that the governor put out was that they have like a supplemental, I think they said it was $40 million that's going to give like money, I'm not saying the full funding of it, but every school district, every building.
So I know that's been
Right.
submitted.
Yes.
I don't think it's passed through.
Right, it hasn't been.
Yes.
No, but I mean,
You're
that
correct.
was kind of trending that they made it sound like, they're going to get.
They want at least one.
Out.
Yup.
So my point is, that would be in addition to these things.
Correct.
And so even if it doesn't fund, it looks like we're going to be able to fund an officer in each building.
Yes.
And that's good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Okay.
Fred,
Yes.
What was number 3 again?
So number 3 is the school safety grant, and that's for us to have a police officer in the school for $123,000. So obviously, the first grant's for 35. That doesn't cover us to have 2 police officers. I mean, we'll use it for that, but this is like on top of that.
Is there any grant that you can look for where we can, I've always been wanting to put a dead man room at the high school?
So the last grant is the COPS grant, which opens in April. So I know one of the things we've talked about was the front vestibule to the high
Yes,
school.
right, yes.
Creating a, kind of like a safe passageway. So last year, we applied for this and we're denied because this is kind of like a national grant. This isn't really state, but we're planning on applying for then, so maybe we'll put what you're saying into that.
Thank you.
Would something like that cost?
The front entrance?
Yeah.
It's probably 60 to 70,000.
That's what his estimate was last year.
Yeah. Georgia got us an estimate on what,
What was it?
60 to 70.
Well worth it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay, real quick around the horn. Tony,
I have nothing, thank you.
Ms. Curran,
Thank you, everyone, for your hard work, and keep up the good work.
Mr. Collins,
I'm good, thank you.
Ms. Paglione,
I'm good, thank you.
Mr. Poliafco,
Good.
Mr. Stiltman.
Nothing.
Oh, Mr. D'Angelo.
Well, I just want to give heads up, we didn't get a chance to say it last time, but Mr. DeLuca and the bowling team, they just finished up, I think they cleaned house, but we had a kid who bowled a 300, and really, you know, anybody's ever bowled, you don't bowl a 300 by accident, you know what I mean, like, so, and finally, just to wrap it up, and I mentioned to some of the board members, this year's closing up. We've had great football season, great field hockey, our girls basketball, boys basketball, our wrestling team. But the common denominator on everything is that we have not had one incident with our fans in any event that we held. And we're hearing it from opposing teams and from a lot of the PIAA officials that work our games. And that's really a good thing. I mean, we didn't win everything, but our kids are competing. It's safe. I think if you look at what happened in Kansas City after that parade, what you're going to find is it's people coming to sell a score somewhere. And I know that Mr. Anastasi and Mr. Pops and Dr. Davis have made sure that everything, we don't spare anything on safety. We have enough security at our places, and it's paid off. So thank you, Dr. Davis, Nick, and Mr. Pop. Thank you.
Good point, Mr. D'Angelo. I just have one quick thing. Mr. Dillon informed me last week that the grant that they applied for the track went to the next level. So I said, well, what does that mean? He said, well, it seems to be moving down the line. I don't know how many more levels, but at least it made it to the next level.
You got 10 more years.
Yeah, so that's all good news. Okay, so do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.